Hello everyone, it's me, Super Duper Kawaii, Lua here, and my microphone barely wants to stay on this little stand. It keeps on falling 24/7, so I have to keep on picking it up and fixing it. It's very annoying. But you know what's also very annoying? Being a Destiny fan, because the brand new expansion Lightfall has released. Now I've already made a video on Lightfall, but that video was kind of just me. I kind of beat the campaign and then I was kind of mad, so I wanted to go talking about it. But now have actively calmed down, and I think I'm going to do something that I barely do on this channel. I wouldn't really say review, but discuss on something either more, because I don't really play a lot of games or movie these days. Movies because I don't want to go outside, I'm lazy, and games because I have already made so much videos on how jaded I am when it comes to video games. But Destiny is one of the few games that I still play day one, so I want to go talk about Lightfall a little bit more and give my opinion on it. Now, kind of rested down, I do think Lightfall is still generally a good expansion. I don't think Lightfall is bad or anything. I think most people say Lightfall is extremely bad or unplayable. It's really overreacting. Yes, I do think Witch Queen is a better expansion than Lightfall significantly, but Lightfall is still good. I wouldn't really call it mid or anything. I'll call it more of above average. It's an above average Destiny expansion, and you still have a really good time. But before I talk about the negatives, my problem about it, let me go get the positive out of the way. So the first positive I have with it is the brand new subclass Strand. Obviously, this is our newest subclass, with the last one we have being Stasis, and I think Strand is actually amazing. Stasis had a really big problem with it being overpowered for a very long time. Stasis ended up releasing, it was absolutely busted, it broke the game, and then we had to wait a couple of days later, and then Stasis was just absolutely nerfed to the point where I generally think it's unplayable. There's only one playable Stasis class, and I generally do think that is the Titan, as the Hunter and Warlock Stasis class are so unbelievably garbage in my opinion. There's no reason to use them. They desperately need to be buffed. But Strand is this perfect aspect where it's really good. It's strong enough where it's not breaking the game and it's still enjoyable to use, but it doesn't suck so much where there's generally no reason to use and pick up the subclass. I still think it's generally a good subclass to use, and you can have a good amount of time playing Strand, and grappling around the map, going to different areas is extremely fun to do, and you can do a lot of goofy out of bounds stuff too and basically fly around the game, so that's also a very good experience to do. And I think the other good part of the destination is the difficulty. The difficulty of Destiny has fully increased all over the place. Places like roaming around the world like Inanuma and the Strike playlist and Nightfalls are significantly harder. The game is harder, which I think is really good because I think difficulty in game is very, very well, and I think Destiny was a little bit too easy, so I'm very happy to see that the game is harder and difficulty has increased baseline everywhere. Now let me go to the little bit of negatives that I have with it, and first is being the story. Man, the Lightfall story is absolutely bad, which if you're watching this video and you don't play Destiny, hi, and I know the Destiny community is known for having an extremely bad story, but the story of Destiny has actually upgraded. It has unironically been really good lately, so it's kind of sad to see the story to completely revert and see it go back to it just being absolutely bad and making nonsensical. I don't know, Bungie straight up has clearly been reading too much Five Nights at Freddy's lore video, because that's literally the story. Nothing makes sense and stuff just happens. You have to find this item that's called a veil, and the veil is bad, and they don't tell you why it's bad. It's just a bad item, and you can't let Mr. Bad Guy get to it. But spoiler warning, if you even do care, Mr. Bad Guy does get to it, and he does something to the Traveler, and he makes a portal and leave, and it's just completely unexpected. You're told that you lost, but absolutely nothing happened. I mean, everyone is still fine, you're still alive, and there's really no consequences for the decisions. So you lost, but it's nothing really matters. And then also Emperor Callus, a character who has been hyped up for literal years, is just absolutely just under-explained at all. He just comes, he says a couple of things, he calls the witness dumb, the witness screams at him, and he hides in a little corner. The story is extremely bad. There's nothing good that comes from the story, and this makes you really mad. Also, Cyrus is extremely annoying in it. The only enjoyable part that you get from the story is the destination Inanuma being extremely nice to follow around, and I do think it's a beautiful location. And last but not least is the mod system. I don't really like the new mod system. I don't know if it's because I'm just not used to it yet, but I kind of prefer the old one. I feel like the Destiny mod system we had back in the day was fine. The only problem I had with it was the very stupid subclass things. If you want to use an auto rifle mod, you need to be solar. That has been removed, but I do feel like there's less build diversity. I don't know if it's because they made it more simple, but it's something that I'm very 50-50 torn on. I'm kind of preferring the old one better, but that could be because we had that old system for literally 3 years. So yeah, I think that's basically it when it comes to my opinion when it comes to Destiny 2 Lightfall. Now, there are two things if you're watching this video. You play Destiny, or you don't play Destiny, or you're just here because you enjoy me. So I know one question that you're here to ask is it worth buying Lightfall as a new player, is this a good time to get into Destiny? And I would say yes. Bungie does a really good job of making it really easy for new players to get in, even though it could be kind of confusing at times. But I generally think there's never really a time not to get into Destiny, because there's so much people who play Destiny. You definitely have a friend who definitely is an idiot who plays Destiny. There's so much pocket Destiny players, because being a Destiny player is like this shameful thing that you do by yourself in the corner. But I do think if you're a new player and interested, I do think Lightfall is a good time to jump in. I think any time is a good time to jump into Destiny. Just wait until a sale comes by. I don't recommend buying most games full price. Just wait till the game goes on sale and pick it up then and then jump in. Anyway, this is something that I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.